Hello, my name is Ashley Scher. I'm the founder and CEO of ShareLove.Fund. Today we're going to explore chapter 2, verse 11 of the Gita. Chapter 2, verse 11 reads as follows. You are grieving for those who should not be grieved for. Like you're wasting your energy. You're throwing money at the wind, so to speak, while uttering would be words of wisdom. So Krishna is basically telling Arjuna, you know what? All your talk about, oh, we can't kill the enemy because killing is murder, like it all sounds fancy, but it's really avoiding the heart of the issue. So that's why Krishna is sort of giving him like a diss or whatever. You can sort of think about it as like, like a freestyle battle or something. So Arjuna's like, we can't do this because it's immoral. And Krishna's like, your would-be words of wisdom. So it's, kind of saying, yeah, your stuff sounds fancy, but applied to this context, it's not wisdom at all. The wise grieve neither for the living nor the dead. So this is a concept that we see in yogic texts, and you can believe it or not believe it or be somewhere in between. But the idea is that throughout yoga texts, and we saw this earlier in the RYT 200 with the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, that basically they say when you're truly enlightened, you don't really feel pleasure or pain. You just kind of go about your day, and you can have a job and things like that, and you appear to be like other people on the earth, but you're unaffected and just sort of constantly grounded in this state of just like stability. So let's learn a little bit more about this passage. Here Sri Krishna gives us the first step in yoga, because all of our understanding and practice should be based on the knowledge of the immortality of the self, which is, what we aim to realize. This verse directly gives the theoretical background of yoga. This is why the entire second chapter is called the Yoga of Wisdom. Those who have read about this may have different names for it, but it basically just gets to the sense of self. And this is also the connection of how yoga isn't just about exercise, it's not just jumping jacks, like there's a philosophy to it too. First, Krishna explains the situation to Arjuna, basically saying, you haven't harmonized your thought, word, and deed. You're thinking one way but speaking another. So Krishna is sort of accusing Arjuna of being disingenuous and acting in still a different way. So sort of being two-faced or passive-aggressive. This is really interesting, and we see this in daily life sometimes, because sometimes people are talking all high and mighty, and but that isn't really matching their actions. I'll just give an example for my personal self. So people are always saying, because I'm the CEO of a 501c3 charity, the Share Institute Inc., DBA ShareLove.Fund, and I work for free, and I also I'm also one of the largest donors to the charity, and so forth. And so people always say, oh, you're so good, you're so good. And I say, no, I'm doing what I love. So I'm in a position where fortunately I don't need to work to earn a livelihood. So I have the ability to actually choose my work and do work that I love. So, but often people won't just be forthright and say exactly why they're doing something and their motives of doing it. So often, sometimes people will try to say that they're doing something because they're above other people, and that is really applying judgment to their actions, and it's also judging other people's actions indirectly. So Krishna calls Arjuna out on this, saying, you know what? You're speaking these so-called words of wisdom and it sounds almighty, but you know what? Really, if you were wise, you would stop moping around and do your duty. And basically Krishna is saying, your words of being all high and mighty, talking about virtue and heaven and hell and things like this, and doing the right thing, Krishna is saying your words are not matching your actions, and it's not and also it's not matching how you're thinking. So Krishna has the benefit of being God in the sense where he knows what Arjuna is thinking. So he's saying, he's, basically saying, Arjuna, your words are not matching your thoughts or your actions. And in yoga, the word yoga means yoking, and there is a serenity that we feel when we have a sense of oneness, a sense of solidarity in our thoughts and actions. I believe it's Lewis Carroll that said, say what you mean and mean what you say, in Alice in Wonderland. When we're playing all these different games and trying to weasel our way out of this or that, it can be a little exhausting. And Krishna is calling Arjuna out on that, saying your words are not matching your thoughts or your actions. You're being disingenuous. Krishna continues basically saying, you know the truth about these people. You know that we're about to enter a battle of wicked people, and you even call them wretched and wicked. They are not afraid to commit the worst crimes, and this is well documented how they tried to poison people and burn a house down when people are sleeping. Yet you say some compassionate words and fail to perform your duty. There's no harmony between your thoughts, words, and actions. Such a person falls from yoga. So yoga is that yoking, that union, that oneness. So when your thoughts don't match your actions and your words, you're kind of like scrambled eggs. And the idea of yoga is to be a hard-boiled egg. Let's just hone it in, get it all together, and then you'll be stronger. Thus, he warns Arjuna about this falling out of yoga. So with that, we will think about ways in our daily life that we can really just suck it all in, be our own pillar of strength. If we are thinking something and doing something else, why is that? Sometimes in modern life, we need to be diplomatic, and that can be fine in a limited purpose, but sometimes it goes a little bit too far. Sometimes it kind of spirals into living a lie. And I'm not attaching any moral judgment to that. It's just that it takes a lot of energy to have various facades, and by just being able to be yourself, you can really maximize your creativity to pursue what you love. Namaste.